everybody, welcome to Oak&C Tarot. My setting is a little bit different today, and it's probably going to be kind of weird for the next several months, probably very different, so don't get attached to any particular setup. But I have here our August what to expect for the month ahead pick a card. And I am going to put pictures in because I can't do the two different angles for like the top and the head-on angle for the video. So I'm holding it right now. I'm going to prop it up in a second, but I did want to turn it around and just kind of show you guys the piles. So hold on. So I have pre-shuffled all of the oracle cards. And I have all the piles here. So starting here is pile number 1 with this beautiful bouquet. Flowers are slightly different, and then the vases are a little different. So you can pick it off the vase or the vase as well. So pile 1 there, this pretty pile 2. It's got the rose on it. And then pile number 3 here. I'm gonna flip this guy back around here, prop her up. So I will insert a picture for you guys to kind of just sit with it for a second while you figure out what pile you want to pick for the month of August. Welcome to your pile number 1. Hello. This is for those of you that chose this pretty bouquet with the glass that's not decorated. It's just straight, smooth glass. So hello, hello. Welcome to your pile. I have, as I almost stick the flowers in the fire that I have the oracles pre-shuffled here. So I'm in a different spot, and I kind of just grabbed a bunch of my cards, and I did not grab some of the oracle books. So we're just gonna, it's an intuitive read, which is what I do anyways, but just to preface that, I don't have the books with me. I can't remember for which pile, but one of the piles a card flipped out and I saw it, and I had actually never pulled that card before, and I was like, dang it, so I don't have the book for it. So we're just gonna go off of intuitive reading today. And I also have this beautiful Bahati Life, she's on YouTube, her psychic vision candle burning as well. So maybe that can help with the intuitive messages that I will be receiving. But let's get into the piles here. So I'm going to start shuffling the tarot. I'm just going to do, oh, I forgot. Also, pile 1, I did do songs for this reading. So for your song, it was Underneath It All by No Doubt and Lady Saw. So there you have it. That's your song for the month, Underneath It All. I'll link that below as well. And we're just going to start out by doing a love, money, career, personal well-being card for each. I'm going to clarify with this is kind of weird, I'm going to clarify with the aura reading cards. I only say it's weird because I haven't done that before, but I felt kind of called to do it. So that's what we're going to do. And there might be some background noise in the back, so just don't mind it. So for your love reading, we have for the love card, we have the 3 of Cups in reverse here. Okay, so for the money and career, we have the Ace of Cups coming out. And then for the your personal well-being here, we have the Queen of Swords. Awesome. Okay, so for the love vibe, the 3 of Cups in reverse, what I'm getting from this is, ooh, here we go for the clarifying cards. We have energy vampires. This is like gonna annoy me. There we go. Energy vampires and aura shield visualization coming out together. So what I kind of felt like that with the Three of Wands in your love life, I do feel like for the month of August, also this is timeless whenever you guys come here, it's just the next 30 days. But I am recording this in July for August 2023, but my intention's timeless, okay? So for these next 30 days, I do feel like with that Three of Cups in reverse, within your love life, it's going to be more so not so social, right? That's what I'm feeling. I wasn't necessarily getting like third party vibes with this card, more so the whole celebration vibe in reverse. So either that could be halting like the social aspects of your love life. You're not going out as much, you're not doing as much stuff, you're not celebrating as much, and it could be because we're taking stock here. This is a general reading, so it's really hard to kind of see what all this is about, but as a rough general overview, I just feel like our love life is going to be more solitude. So definitely not meaning if you're single, then yes, there's not going to be as much going out, as much celebrations. There's going to be a need to want to protect your energy, definitely. So, which is interesting because it's Leo season, which is like kind of that socialite, like social going out, social life kind of thing. But I do feel like there's going to be an emphasis on, you know, who you're hanging around, what they're bringing to the table energetically. So that's the energy for your love reading, and to be mindful of energy vampires. So possibly coming like leading up to this month, this could have been upright and you started to feel depleted, drained, all the above. And so we're kind of taking a step back into solitude, our peace. Doesn't mean we're alone. It just means we might not be meeting as much people, going out as much. That's kind of the vibe I'm hearing. And definitely to be protecting your energy is going to be pretty important as well. So an aura shield visualization can protect your auras from the energy of other people and is ideal for spending time with big groups of people. You can complete this visualization at home or out in public. Find a calm space, sit or lie down in a comfortable position. Close your eyes and focus on your breathing for a couple of minutes. Visualize your aura glowing brightly in all directions. So yes. As for your work, oh my gosh, as for your work and career, I have the Ace of Cups that came out. So this feels really exciting. It feels like we could be embarking on a new project, or yeah, like on a small, it doesn't have to be like a large scale, on a small scale, or if just not, there's going to be a lot of happiness in the workplace in this upcoming month here. Yeah, you're just going to be feeling really good emotionally. There might be some type of project or something within that group setting at work that it was how you make your money that's going to make you feel really happy. If you have your own business, you're going to be feeling very emotionally fulfilled, possibly getting gifted with some type of idea to trailblaze towards another direction. But yeah, you're just going to be feeling really good. That's a great, great sign. Ace of Cups. Let's see what these aura cards have to say for that. Ace of Cups with the... Oh, you got a lot. So the third eye chakra coming out, which is associated with the colors purple and indigo. When this chakra is balanced, we feel in flow with the universe and are able to make quick and easy decisions. It's also just like about, yeah, that like inner knowing. And then you have 3 different auras that came out. So this could be either you or people around you that is going to indicate like these type of energies that are coming in that's going to kind of make that Ace of Cups really light up. So you have the green aura, the desire to help others. So you might have a lot of people coming in to help you with things, and that's why you're feeling so full emotionally in regards to like your work and your money, because so many people are going to be coming in to help you with like this thing, and you're just like kind of overwhelmed with these feelings for others and like, you know, the collective. And then you also have the indigo aura. People with indigo auras are known for standing up for society and human rights. They tend to go against the grain and have no problem challenging the norm, but they also consider the viewpoints of others. They must also consider the viewpoints of others. This could be you. With that third eye, that indigo purple coming out again. That could definitely be your energy for this upcoming month. Very, very philanthropic, that whole helping people energy. I really like it. It's cool. So that could be your energy or somebody else that you're connecting with. And then the last one you have was the orange aura as well. So that says they have the ability to express themselves through their physical body. They practicing techniques that help them connect to their spirituality. And then also that violet aura as well. So we have a lot of violet. So that's like what's going to balance orange aura person is a violet aura person. So maybe there's some orange person in your life that's kind of balancing you out. But basically the work thing feels really good. It feels like you're going to be connecting with a lot of different people, and they're going to be helping you with whatever the goals are for this month ahead, and it's going to be making you feel very full and happy. And so for the last card for your personal well-being and your mind, body, soul for yourself is the Queen of Swords. So I do feel like there is something that we are we're looking at, and we're being very honest with ourselves about. So not exactly sure, that's going to be different for every person, but within your personal mind, body, soul energy, there's something, we're looking at things very logically, very methodically, and maybe not with a lot of emotion. We're just being very straightforward about that, about whatever that is, like being honest, straightforward, logical, clear, not getting like clustered or whatever with other things, right? We're really just focusing on ourselves. We're feeling very clear about ourselves, or that's what we're working towards. We're going to be working towards kind of taking emotions out of things and really assessing it from like that higher vantage point with the Queen of Swords kind of energy. And you have the sacral chakra, which is also associated with an orange aura, which also came out. When the chakra is balanced, we feel able to express our desires and are energized by our creativity, our creative abilities. So yeah, I feel like you're going to be feeling very confident, very clear of mind within your mind, body, and soul for the month of August. If you are feeling tired or starting to feel burnt out, like for an example, you're going to be very honest with yourself. I got to take a step back, got to do this, got to do that kind of thing. And it's not really any emotional, dramatic thing. It's like, this is what I got to do. This is what we're going to do. For example, with that Three of Cups and your love life energy, the Queen of Swords is just like, yeah, I'm not going to go out to that outing because there are energy vampires there. The last time I hung out with them, I felt super drained after I was done. And I'm just not going to put myself into that. I got some big goals I'm working on, and I need to rest and really fill up my own cup. So for this time, I'm just going to say no. Okay, so very good with communicating boundaries, feeling very confident about that. Love this energy a lot. Yeah, cleansing, bottom of the deck, aura cleansing. So you're really going to be focused on cleaning up your energy and energies around you. For your oracles, we've got patience. I accept that everything happens in divine order. There's going to be this kind of slow flow about the month of August for you. You're going to be taking things in stride. Like I was saying, there's not going to be any large emotional outbursts. Also, the full moon, no, the new moon, August 16th, is in Aquarius. So that might be an important time for you as well with that Queen of Swords energy. But I do feel just a very straight to the point kind of thing. And if you don't know something, you're going to just sit back and kind of let things play out until you do. So I accept that everything happens in divine order. That's advice for you, just to kind of slow down. You're on a roll this month. And that doesn't, like I was saying, it doesn't mean you have to be going out doing a lot of things. You're just very straight to the point. You know what you want, you know how you're feeling, and you know how to fix it, right? Within yourself. And so just being patient also with others in communicating. The Queen of Swords, she's upright, but even still can be a little scary sometimes. Like with her harsh communication, because that emotion down here, that's water there in a bowl, and it's locked in, there we go. So that's a bowl of water there down there, and it's like locked in a cage. So for me, it's like she's put the emotions in the ice and it away. So just when we get like that, we do need to be a little bit more mindful of how we are communicating. And then you have the butterfly with the transformation here. So there is, ooh, and our candle just popped. So I don't know. I mean, the butterfly transformation, you could be going through a transformation or beginning a transformation, I think, or even at the end of, right? So with that whole knowing how you feel, mind, body, soul, getting in tune with that does cause transformation. When you become energy sensitive and you are aware of these energy vampires, that's also, you know, you've gone through some type of transformation to be able to have that awareness if you didn't already have it before. So for everybody, that's going to be different, but we're either beginning some type of transformation, in the middle of it, or kind of coming out of it and really just seeing that growth. Either way, being very patient with that process is going to be really good. And like, you know, the caterpillar, he's going to take time to come out. He'll come out when he's ready. Well, he turns into a butterfly. So just that whole patience energy as well. And then you have mystic and devotion. So this really brings me back to that Ace of Cups for your work and career energy. There is a devotion to that. Like I was saying, like, well, the philanthropic kind of vibe of helping people, serving others, advocating for others, and others advocating for you. So there does seem to be this really beautiful balanced give and take, and you're going to be really seeing the magic in that with the Ace of Cups. Absolutely, just feeling so full and so happy with the connections that you've made and where you're kind of at with all of this. And then we've got the clearing the excess from the Ocean Oracle deck. You are entering a transitional phase and would benefit from clearing away excess clutter, whether it is in your physical body or your physical space. So absolutely, with those energy vampires and that transformation card and that Queen of Swords, if something's not right this month at least, you're going to be very clear about it, whether that's with others or with yourself. And we're not going to be like, the whole cognitive dissonance thing isn't really going to be a thing, because we're just at this point where we're ready, and we're not trying to kind of just keep prolonging things. We've been very patient. We realize a lot of patience is required, but it doesn't mean that we're going to have to be putting up with, you know, BS. So the last card here that we have is number 11, Secret of Shinobi. And I did look this one up because all these I love to read from the books, but sometimes it's best to stay in the shadows and protect our idea until just the right time. It's not necessary to stay hidden per se, but rather quiet until the right time to unearth the big plan. Use your intuition as a guide and stay on the down low until your gut tells you to move forward. There are ideas brewing that you have to use discretion on who you want to share with and who doesn't, you know, who's on the need to know kind of thing. Which with that Queen of Swords energy, I don't think you're going to have any problem with that, with discerning who that is and who that's going to be. And I do think those people that are going to be in your life helping you, you're going to be able to feel that good energy from them, you know? So if you're feeling bad after, you're going to kind of know something's up. And also if you're feeling bad around people, like I've had friends where there are certain times where you're like, ooh, I can't right now. Like, I love you, but I can't right now. And that's okay. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. That's literally, like I was going to say adulting, but that's growing up and just knowing your boundaries and your limits. And sometimes you just can't. And sometimes these friends need to go on things and do things on their own, which I'm sure people have maybe felt like that about me before as well. Like, I definitely feel like I like to isolate, which I'm not saying is a good thing, when something's up and I'm kind of working through it. But there have been times where I've felt needy in friends and family and trying to find answers that only I could really give to myself. And that can be draining, being the person receiving. And it's like, I can't tell you what to do, right? You're going to have to kind of go through that one on your own. So that's that energy that I'm feeling from this card. But whatever that Ace of Cups is, whatever that cool big idea is, if that even is it, it's on a need to know, okay? We're gonna keep that stuff quiet until you are ready to announce it, and you'll know when and who. You'll know when the time is. So pile 1, that was your reading. Thank you guys so much for joining me today, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Okay, hey there pile 2. This is for those of you that chose this pretty bouquet with the rose. Pile 2. So I've pre-shuffled the Oracle deck cards here. So we'll get into those. I'm going to preface now, as I said in the beginning, I'm in a new spot and I didn't have all my stuff with me. So basically I don't have my book. So for some of the Oracle cards, we're just going to do intuitive like messages that I pick up from, because I'm not going to be able to read from the book. How we're going to do this is pretty similar to my other what to expect for the month ahead readings. We're going to do 3 tarot cards. The first one's going to be love, second is money, career, and the third is personal, mind, body, soul, well-being. And then we are going to get clarifiers, which this part's kind of different and weird, with aura reading cards for the month of August. And this is timeless, so whatever, whenever you're here, but for the month ahead. So for pile 2, what is what is their love vibe for the upcoming month? Oh, and I forgot to mention, I got a song for you guys as well for every pile, and with your mind, body, soul for pile 2, 7 of Cups. Anything else with that? Okay, this is different vibe, obviously, than pile 1. For your song pile 2, you guys got Sleep Talking by Raven Lene. I don't know if you, well, I'm going to link it below, so maybe you'll get some extra messages from that song. And you look up the lyrics and stuff. Okay, so let's get into the reading. So for pile 2, your love energy for the month of August / next upcoming month is the Eight of Pentacles. So, and you also got the Queen of Wands and also got the Justice card here. So that's a lot of energy for your love energy. But what I'm getting from this is that you have been working very hard on yourself towards your goals, any goals any goals, but also goals that you deem might get you closer to a more fulfilled relationship within yourself, which in turn plays out with others, with all the people around us, right? So I feel like you've been doing a lot of work on yourself, and in your love life, you are going to be able to see that. With the Eight of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands, you are going to be able to see that work that you've been putting in and how it's showing up in your relationships, in your love life, which is awesome. And then the Justice card, it just feels like the scales are finally, as you get deeper into your healing journey and you heal the past and your pain, the scales are being balanced, and it's opening up space and room for beautiful people, places, and things that are actually aligned with you here. That confident, vibrant life force you, it's opening up the doors to kind of welcome all that in, because we're like at this point now where I'm seeing this card right now as we've taken stock, we're looking around at everything that we've done. It's looking so good. We can see like where we've been, where we are and where we're going. And we're just very grateful, content, everything's good. And because we're there and we're confident and we have this gratitude, the universe is ushering in something more. So not sure exactly what that is in regards to your love life, and I think for everybody it's going to be kind of different. But to clarify, you got understanding chakras. So this says it is important to understand how the chakra system is linked to your aura and how it can help decide the color and appearance. Chakra is Sanskrit term for wheel or disc. For thousands of years, these have been incorporated into a wide variety of spiritual practices. Chakras are invisible energy points spread throughout your body. Humans have 7 primary chakras, which begin at the base of the spine and up, and link up to the head, the crown of the head, each with the ability to be balanced or unbalanced. And like I was saying, I feel like in this month of August, or this next upcoming month for you, you're going to be feeling very balanced with that Justice card. You're going to have some type of like feeling of balance. Yeah, I'm like seeing a paddle board right now, like you're on a paddle board in the water, and you know, like if you've ever been on a paddle board and you're not balanced and how you're like, oh, that kind of thing, and you're gonna be feeling balanced. You're still in the water and something can still throw you off, right? But at least for this month that's coming in your love life, I do think that you're gonna be feeling pretty confident. For your career and money cards, we have the 6 of Wands and the 3 of Pentacles. So for me, this is pretty standard. I mean, you're going to be working in the month of August. It looks like you're going to be working with others towards a common goal. This could be working for someone else, working for yourself. Pretty standard energy for a working career. And I mean, you might be getting a nice payout, hitting some type of bonus with the 6 of Wands card. Like there is some type of success coming, possibly closure, possibly like in the sense of compensation from working with others. So that's really great. And yeah, the Six of Wands, like you're going to be successful, but it was not after kind of hard work and uphill battle kind of energy. But not really seeing anything too crazy there. It's work, money is going to be pretty standard, I think, for you in this upcoming month. And then you got the silver aura, meaning silver auras are associated with spirituality, enlightenment, and a connection to the divine. Seeing silver in an aura indicates that the person is in touch with the spiritual world. Meditating regularly can introduce bits of silver into your aura. So you could be fostering this silver aura or meeting others that are coming in with that aura. And we have the red aura. They have the ability to appreciate the physical world to its finest. This might be fun to you. I don't see anything very like, oh my gosh, let's talk about it. It's like pretty standard stuff. You're going to be working. You're probably going to be hitting some type of success, hitting some type of goal, being compensated for it. But it's not, it's like, it's an expectation because you did work, you've been working your butt off for that, right? So that's good. If that is resonating with you, that's a great sign. You are gonna be cashing out kind of energy, which is awesome. So on to your mind, body, and soul, personal well-being kind of energy. We've got the Seven of Cups. So you are going to be a little confused. Based off of this card, there's a lot that you want. And it's like you don't know what's going to calm you. What's going to satiate you on a mind, body, and soul level. So kind of a big deal. The polarity, the difference between pile 1 and this pile is so interesting because that pile, this placement was definitely like they knew. I know this is what's going to do it. This is how we're going to move, right? This feels very unsure. Maybe even like you're halted in even making any kind of decisions because you're worried that you're going to regret it. One thing is like you can't go wrong. Like you're going to learn something no matter what path you choose. And it does bring me a source of peace in making a decision and just sticking with it and moving forward, because even failure, anyone that succeeded doesn't succeed without failing. So don't forget that. Just pick the best thing, you know, that you're feeling. And this is like on a mind, body, soul level. So this could be like, what church should I go to if you go to church? What meditation should I do tonight? Should I do this yoga class or this sound bath class? Should I eat this for dinner, like this healthy meal, or should I do this, you know, Chick-fil-A or whatever, for example? Small scale things, but they do really lead up, because what we put in, whether that's like eating or consuming, right, whatever that is in our mind, it does like add to how we're feeling. So just making sure, so these are the clarity cards, which are all, this is like the vibe I'm getting. I know that's like, I can't even explain what that means, but it's just this like clarity that we need. There seems to be some gunk somewhere in our energetic field that's confusing us in this upcoming month. So we have the etheric template layer, which is the 5th layer and corresponds to the throat chakra. This layer contains all the information of your physical body and can be accessible through healing techniques and sounds. And so with that meditating, going within, quieting ourselves, closing our eyes, feeling things out to make a decision, I think might be beneficial for some of us in the month of August. And just not getting too caught up in analysis paralysis. The second clarifying card we got was the aura cleansing visualization. Find a calm space and sit or lie down in a comfortable position. Close your eyes, focus on your breathing for a couple of minutes. Visualize your aura in your mind's body or in your mind's eye. Are there any areas that feel or look discolored? Once you've found some areas that need cleansing, visualize and comb through your aura and separating anything that doesn't belong. Use your hands to gently wave away these areas until your aura feels cleansed. And then you also got the empath's card. So an empath is someone born with heightened sensitivities, and they have a strong intuition and an innate ability to read people's auras. Due to their sensitivity, it's important for them to protect their energy. All of those really go together. Like I was saying, it's like that crystalline, clear clarity that we're looking for. That's going to be our focus for the month of August / this upcoming month ahead. Seems like you have a pretty great handle, not only you, but the universe as well, in your love life. And whether you're single or in a relationship, there's a sense of peace and control, if we will, or being able to put that on the back burner for a bit. It's not our main focus. Things are good. We're feeling confident, sexy, vibrant, great. Work-wise, we're also seeing success and we're working with others, and it's pretty standard. There's not going to be any huge shakeups in the upcoming month. What our main focus is going to be on is, or should be more so, is kind of clearing out some of this confusion within our own personal development. There's things that we're either overthinking or we're dabbling in things that are making us confused and we're not sure what to do. And so instead of making a choice, we're just in that analysis paralysis kind of thing. And we really need to, with this Queen of Pentacles, make a decision, confidently stick with it. We know that we know that we can with that Queen of Wands energy that we have. And trusting that it's either going to get us to where we're trying to go, or it's going to help reroute us to where we want to go. And so either way, just don't overthink it. Make the decisions, do what you want to do, feel your body, right? If you eat that thing, does it make you feel like shit? Well, then maybe stop eating it, or maybe with moderation, whatever the example is. So for your oracle card, surrender. I can release my need to control. That could also be why we are stuck in that Seven of Cups energy, is because we want to feel a semblance of control, and so we just don't end up making a decision at all, which, like, hey, my name is Kiana, I do that too. And I'm also a earth sign. Well, I'll say a Taurus specifically. And yeah, it can take us forever to get going. And unless I'm 100% sure, then I'm good on just sitting on that for however long, okay? Which, there's goods and bads to it, but when it comes to like your personal development, your mind, body, soul, like if we're not moving and growing, like, you know, when you get old and they say like if you stop moving it, you lose it. It's the same concept. So push through that confusion, make decisions, make mistakes, and learn from it. It's okay. That's literally why we are here, to do that. That's why you came here. That's one of the reasons. So surrendering that need to like have control and to know all the answers is going to be something that we're going to be working on, or things are going to come up to kind of push you into that awareness. So then we have disengage from outcomes. Yes, you cannot make this up. Let's let go so you can open yourself to the highest love that you deserve. Find ways to release worry or unresolved lack of forgiveness you might be holding on to. Pretty self-explanatory. There's nothing more I can say other than what I just said before and that card. And then you also have diving to new depths. There is a deeper meaning to what's happening. You might be looking at this from the surface and missing what is really going on. Take a moment to pause and breathe. Allow yourself to dive deeper into what it is you're feeling about your current situations. Yes. Pile 2, this next month, there's going to be a heavy focus on you. Which... There was a time in my life where I would hate to hear that. So if you are there, I'm sorry. But sorry, not sorry. It's a beautiful thing when we stop neglecting ourselves. It kind of the whole world starts to stop as well. So like stop neglecting us as well. So it all starts with me and with you and with ourselves. So as scary as it is, it's one of those things that it's like so beautiful once you can get over that hump. And there is a deeper meaning to like any type of discomfort or overwhelm that you might be feeling in this upcoming month. It's not there, like I know, this is like one of my new mottos. It's not happening to you, it's happening for you. With the Mountain card and presence. With that Seven of Cups, it does, for me, it's like anxiety as well. It's an anxiety card. That overwhelm, doom, not knowing what to pick, like analysis paralysis. So for this card, it really is making me think that how important it is going to be for you to be very present this month and really honing in. Now this is where it is good to have some type of control, which isn't even the right word, but I want to say like filtering your thoughts. Thoughts are going to come up. You're going to think things that you might rather not think. Okay. That's like one of the things that happens as humans. And instead of judging yourself, taking it in stride, letting it flow through you, kind of, you know, as if you were a tree and the wind's blowing through, this turbulent thought comes through, and just as quickly as it came through, it's back out. And not judging yourself for being human and thinking things that you'd rather not think sometimes. Like it happens to everybody. So, or yeah, I'm pretty sure it does. I'm neurodivergent, so I don't really know how people that aren't, how that works there. But even still, I mean, I still think you would think thoughts like subconscious, unconsciously that might come up kind of thing. And then with the Mountain, focus on the inch, it's a cinch, focus on the yard, and it's too damn hard. We don't need to be looking so macro right now. This is a very micro month, baby steps, taking things in stride, not getting overwhelmed. If it gets you overwhelmed, putting it down for a second, taking a break, doing what you got to do, but staying very present. And you are kind of climbing up a mountain right now. That is happening. And then with the Red Countess, number 21, I think this card is about someone else. It could be you or your, you know, people in your life telling you things that aren't true. We're gonna look it up if I can. Deep within you, you know what is true and what to do or not to do. Yet there's so much noise and distraction in the world, and even at times in our own minds, that listening for our inner wisdom can seem like trying to hear gentle birdsong in the midst of a rock concert. Even so, you are hearing an inner truth, and deep down you know it. Can you trust that it is safe to not only hear your inner voice, but act on it too? But it's just, I mean, that's the last card. I can't get over this like full circle that we just came. You know what to do. Trust your intuition, guys, for this upcoming month. Everything is going to be okay. And there is a bigger reason to why this is happening, and it's for your personal development. Mind, body, and soul, okay? The more you work on a skill, the easier it becomes. We are diving to new depths within our own selves with this pile and coming to a deeper understanding, and that can be terrifying and that can be scary because it is definitely uncharted territories. So I feel this energy a lot, and it also feels a giddy energy. It's so exciting because once you pass that hump, once you get over that mountain, it just so much fun. You're like, I don't even like skiing, but I'm seeing someone skiing down the mountain, having so much fun. And maybe at first, like, you know, then when they were going, they were scared, and now it's just so fun. It's like that kind of thing. It becomes fun once you get to know yourself deeper. Life becomes more fun because you start to see it through different eyes, and it starts to see you through different eyes. This is such a weird reading, but anyways, guys, that was your reading. If that resonated, you might have to go back and watch it again. Please let me know. I'm so curious, but I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good upcoming month. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. So this is for those of you that chose this beautiful bouquet, this pretty little vase. And this is your month ahead reading. Okay, so, let me keep these over here. And we have the oracles pre-shuffled. So we'll get into that in a second. And then the song for this pile was After Tonight by Justin Nozuka. I felt like the universe is singing that to you for some reason. So in this month ahead, that day, guys, you're gonna get some awesome blessings coming in, like some really awesome things that are, you know, catered or intricately made just for you, I feel like are coming up for this upcoming month. So that feels really exciting. The way I do my month ahead readings is got a card for love relationships, a card for work money, and then a card for your mind, body, soul, personal development. So a card for pile 3's relationships and love for, we have the 7 of Swords and the Lovers. I'm not getting such a great vibe, and it's really hard to say with it being a general reading. And then you also had the Chariot card come out. So for that, I just feel like there are 2 opposing energies, possibly for some working towards a common goal, for others trying to pull the wagon 2 different ways. We'll get more into that with the clarifiers in a second because I'm not really 100% sure. Oh yeah, and I am going to clarify the tarot with the aura reading cards, which is a little bit different, but I kind of felt like I should do it for this month. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to clarify with energy. So for pile 3, what is the work and money? You have the 7 of Pentacles and the 10 of Swords here. So this for me feels very much so like manifesting vibes, the mental space, like scripting, that kind of thing. And then for personal development, mind, body, soul, energy, we have the 2 of Swords and the Hanged Man. We're gonna get deeper into that in a second. So we're gonna go ahead and clarify the love relationships with the aura cards here. Okay, we have previous interactions with auras. I'm feeling with this 7 of Swords energy. So this energy can definitely be about, you know, sneaking off, not telling the truth, or withholding information, if you will. So for some of you, I just got a whole separate message. The tracks, leaving behind tracks or hints or footprints or like sloppy work, I'm hearing, is making, even though something's being withheld, these things left behind are being shown with the moon shining. So specifically the full moon could be an important time for like your relationships, love relationships for this month, which is, for if you're watching this when I'm recording it, the next full moon coming up is the full moon August 1st in Aquarius. I'm not sure exactly what this means. There's a lot of great stuff coming up with the love relationships. You've got the Lovers and the Chariot card, which is very beautiful energy. And I don't love to see this 7 of Swords here because, like I was saying before, it feels very push-pull kind of dynamic. So that's how you might possibly be feeling. There could be something within your love and relationships that you need to be speaking out with the throat chakra card, being clear about, speaking clearly on, that we're maybe trying to avoid. But this also could, and this pile 1 was having similar messages with just being very mindful of the people that you're spending time with and how you're feeling after the interactions, because you do have previous interactions with others coming out. You may have interacted with an aura without even knowing it. If you have felt any of the below sensations, then you have interacted with an aura at some point in your life. So felt emotionally or physically energized or drained by certain people, felt immediately comfortable or worried about someone you have just met, have felt another person's emotional or physical state without them telling you. There's just this message of working with others and being mindful of what comes up from that. But overall, I mean, I do feel like something might come out within a friendship, relationship, energy, whatever that means for you. Specifically for the full moon is going to be something you want to look out for, be prepared on. I don't think it's going to be a derailing of any sorts. I do think this blue, you're going to really need to open up that throat chakra and speak out something. I feel like this is a hint. Trust your discretion. For everybody, it's going to be different. It's a general reading. But it could either be the message of using your voice and speaking out the truth, or it could be using your discretion and knowing what not to say to someone, right? Or to certain people. So for everyone, that's going to be different. And there's no, especially with this Chariot card, it's like the white and the black horse. I don't know which direction your chariot's going. For everybody, that's going to be individually different. So take what resonates and, you know, use your discretion for your own life. But it doesn't feel totally terrible. But I do think there's something that is going to be coming out. So get back to me on that. Let me know about that one. And it doesn't have to be a bad thing, right? It's just going to be some kind of truth is going to be revealed, possibly under the full moon or just within the next 30 days. For your work and money, career, we have the 10 of Swords and the 7 of Pentacles. So let us see. We have the red aura, they have the ability to appreciate the physical world to its fullest. And the purpose of your aura. Auras are part of a wider energy system which affects you physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Without this system, humans would cease to exist in the physical world. Your aura mirrors what is going on inside your mind or body. Things like stress and illness will present itself through your aura, which makes it a brilliant tool for understanding and healing yourself. Your aura can be used to protect yourself from negative energy that you can experience around certain people. So what a weird sensation. I thought that like a card was sticking to my elbow for some reason, but there was nothing there. So weird. The red aura could be significant. This could be an aura that you are embodying this upcoming month in regards to your career and workspace, or it's going to be an important aura that's going to be around you. And then you also had crystal meditation coming out. So if there's any crystals, like if you look up any crystals of like how you're feeling and you want to go to like your local nearest crystal shop that's sustainable and ethical and get you some crystals to help with certain ailments or feelings. For your work and money, I do see some type of ending. It's a 10 of Swords, so this could just be a mental belief or ideology. That's pretty deep. I feel like ideology doesn't really just change, but there could be a shift in perception on things that is going to affect the way that you create things. So it's kind of a big deal, but it doesn't feel bad at all. It just feels like a natural progression of growth in your journey. It's one of those things that you just can't continue to ignore, and it's got to be looked at. Transitory kind of energy, doing things, starting to look at how we can do things differently because something's not working, something's ending. we're done with it, and I feel like it's coming from within. So it's not just like a job ending. It's like, it could be a job ending, but it's because you are done putting up with A, B, C from this place, right? So it's like a mental perception shift. That's a big deal. That's going to change the way that you put your energy into what you're creating, or just what you have your hands in, what you have your presence and your essence in regards to making your money. So for everybody, that's going to be very different. This could be tied to purpose. Maybe you're really discovering your purpose. Basically, generally, that, you know, something is ending in the way you're thinking about something, and you're going to start putting a different kind of energy into your work. With the Two of Swords and the Hanged Man being under the mind, body, soul, personal development, I do think that we are in a mental confusatory state, if that's even a word or term. There's something that we need to make a decision on, but we don't have all the answers. And this could even be a little bit of a cognitive dissonance. Like, we know, but we don't want to see it, or we don't even really need to see it, but we're still looking for more proof, and we're not trusting a feeling that we're having. But everything is coming up and happening for a reason. So in your mind, body, soul, personal development for this upcoming month, it is going to be a hangman state. We are looking for more answers, and I do think that this is coming from within. So there's more time needed that you need to take to get to the bottom of whatever this thing is. The citrine just kind of fell here. So, and this is in both of these. I've not brought up any other rocks or crystals in either of the readings, but citrine, and I'm not exactly sure what this one is, but are sticking out to me. Throat chakra. This is intuition, inner knowledge, inner light. So there's going to be an emphasis on maybe things kind of slowing down in order for you to figure out where you are at and where you want to go, with the heart chakra coming out here. Because when this chakra is balanced, we feel acceptance and compassion from ourselves and others. When it's unbalanced, we struggle to trust others and are our own worst critics. There is happening to be a heart opening potentially for this pile in August, and there's going to be a need for us to use our throat chakra, use our voice once we've connected with our hearts and what it is that we would like to come from said scenario. And then you also have the astral body layer, which is associated with the heart chakra. This layer is our connection to the spirit realm, is the most likely layer to connect with the auras of people around us. So this could be looking for answers. My nose is really itching all of a sudden. This could be looking for answers from others when it's really from ourselves, and we're telling ourselves we need more information, but we might not. And also within this personal development, it doesn't really make sense for you to have more information from someone else to know where you stand always. Of course, when it comes to a union and working together, communication is key, but I think you should at least be firm with yourself, like a pillar, a column of strength within yourself, knowing your inner world somewhat. I know some things like you can't just know and you have to take the time with it, but it's important to kind of figure out where you stand and what you believe in before we can make any decisions when it comes with it, when others come into play. It just doesn't really make sense. So that's what that Hanged Man energy and the Chariot and the Lovers is all taking us towards in this next month. And there is a lot of sword energy around you. In every pile you have swords. 7 of swords in your love and relationships, 10 of swords in your work and money, and then the 2 of swords in your mind, body, soul connection with self for this upcoming month. So we're going to have a lot of questions. We're going to be seeking out answers, and just be mindful that we're going to healthy places to look for answers, because at the end of the day, you're not going to find it from outside of yourself, but you can also put yourself in a beautiful environment to help those answers bubble up, instead of going towards like anything negative or toxic or mind melding, or just trying to get out of our mind and out of our body when we should really be trying to get into it, if that makes sense. And no judgment here. I mean, you do what you got to do, but I'm just saying to extremes in excess, basically. Okay, so let's get into the oracles, because we're already so far in. So happiness. I am aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. And that's exactly right. So if we're not happy, we're confused, we can't wrap our head around something, this is a beautiful indication that we need to take a seat or take a step back and kind of go back to self, come back home, figure things out, figure out what it is that makes us happy if we've lost sight of that. And with grace, right? With grace and love, you can do that, because we all fall off. The best of us can fall out and fall off, which is also just an illusion. It's a perception. We're always connected. You're never falling off, falling out, but we all still can get there and kind of lose track. It's just a reminder to always be looking for that happiness. And if we're not necessarily feeling that, it's a show of where we could work, what we could work on, what we could put our energy and attention towards. Just start small. Go get a smoothie, or make a smoothie. Do you like it? Do you not? Does it make you happy? Does it not? Something like that, right? Like, it doesn't have to be any huge thing, but the more you do that, the more you learn about yourself, and the more you start to create this happy environment within that just starts to expand outside of you, because that's just how things work. Health, I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. The guidance, advice to focus on your health. Like I was saying, if we are starting to get confused, overwhelmed, which might be the case for this upcoming month, just to be very mindful of what we are reaching towards to soothe us and why. And maybe just taking a second to ask yourself, like, why am I doing this? Blending into the environment. You have many skills and can fit into any situation. Take time to assess what is going on around you and adapt accordingly. So this to me feels very much so like what I was just saying, is telling yourself you need to figure out how everybody else is doing before you can figure out your own state. I think that you need to know and get to that point of trust within yourself, filling your own cup, whatever that means for you, taking that time out for yourself, because you can blend into any environment. You can kind of show up and show out probably anywhere you go, and you have been operating to make sure maybe you have everybody else is good, how everybody else, you're tempering or the vibe and feelings and energy of everybody else before, and then you kind of create, or like, this is how I should feel, or this is what I should do, and it should be flipped. And right now there's a lot of confusion because we're looking for our compass outside of ourselves. Basically, you're gifted, you have lots of skills, you are capable, and you have been looking for direction from people that maybe aren't as whole or whatever, I'm not sure, as you, when it should be you looking for your own true north before you go out and figure out for the group. Very layered message this is. And then you have the Star Wonder card, which also goes back to the song. But I just really think this is about the impossible becoming possible, especially because we are in such a state of confusion, possibly in this upcoming month. Sitting outside under the stars might bring a lot of clarity too, as a side note. but also just keeping your mind open to all the wonders, right? All the beauty that there is, all the possibilities that are not impossible. And knowing that we are not able to stretch our mind enough to see the unlimited possibilities, the unlimited ways the roots can grow, and in which directions and towards what beautiful fruit, right? Like, we just have no idea what's going on under the surface of the universe and its plan for you, for me, for us, right? And so just to sit in that amazement and awareness and to trust, right? Like, you can tell yourself any story, might as well tell yourself a good one. The essence is greater than the form. The whole scripting, I think I was saying that, creating this story, whether that's the case or not, all of this confusion will start to work itself out. And just keeping your eye on what it is that you want, on the feeling, on the wonder of it all, is going to be really helpful in this maybe harder, more not clear month that you might be having. And then number 23, the divine disguise. So this is not like a beautiful wrap up of this awesome message, pile 3. There's definitely something going on in your favor that the universe has its hands in, specifically orchestrated for each and every one of you. And there will be this moment of like aha, of awareness. And once you start to feeling happier, or happy just in general, and less confused, is going to be your indicator that you are closer and closer and closer to this beautiful thing that's coming for you. And I'm really looking at the Chariot and the Lovers here. So whatever that is for each of you, there is something that is not as it seems. And it's in for the better. It's like I said, you couldn't even stretch your mind enough to even see this. And instead of sitting here worrying, sit here wondering, right? Like, keep it positive and keep that story in your mind, delusional if you will, and tell yourself the craziest, most delusional thing that would make you so happy, and just don't be too attached, right, to it. And also in your hangman season, hang, right? Hang loose, man. Like, seriously, don't let that make you feel like you are not where you're supposed to be, because these things take time. These plants, you see the beautiful trees, the beautiful plants, like, it doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, so much so that you don't even realize how much it's grown, right? Because you're with it every day. So just give yourself a little bit of love, a little bit of grace, and patience, okay? And go do things that make you really, really, really happy. Whether that be physically or even just in your mind, go do things. Things are gonna come up that you can't control, and like just giving yourself grace and rerouting, like brain trailing, rethinking that story, like not holding on to that and just letting it go. And then, well, actually, what if this were to happen? And like, it's crazy because that could happen. And also knowing that it's probably going to happen even crazier and better than I could even think, because I can't even think, I don't even know of like all of everything, right? So just having that, you know, being humbling yourself under the stars, and knowing that the universe, spirit, Gaia has you in mind and is working to bring all these beautiful things to you in due time. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.